Hey everyone, welcome back. It is June 10th, 2020. We are calling in Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael this evening to have a conversation mostly about love and commitment to our heart. And excuse me for some noise here while I've got to just plug in my computer so I don't lose my power source. What a good metaphor that is. We'll lose our power source. So I don't know how many of you are feeling distraught, confused, concerned, worried, fed up, angry, tired of it all. Wishing you could just catch a break. Wondering when will this all blow over? When will humanity regain a sense of identity and peace and peacefulness? You know, it's been so many weeks and months that all of us globally, not just one family or one town or one state even, or one country for that matter. If all of us around the world have started to think about survival at the most basic level, not only that, but also genuine respect or consideration of others. What does that look like? Would you agree those have been the main lessons for this last few months? And then you may be wondering what's coming next, because those have been very, very powerful teachings as the world is almost like trying to break down a stone wall or a brick wall that was built centuries ago between people's hearts. There was a time in a more simplified world where people more or less knew, along with the intricate nature of animal population and vegetation growth, and crops, even the mosquitoes and the insects all had stories to tell about cooperation, respect, consideration. Even going back, to some of Aesop's fables, Grimm's fairy tales, or darker versions of fear-mongering. So the difference in that balance between knowledge and expertise and what is fear is maybe it leads to a question that's more rhetorical of, can I handle it? And so you may ask yourself this routinely, can I handle this? It seems like a lot. It's specifically why our angels are here to help us, because they understand and know, regrettably, that there has been a confusion due to a lack of wisdom and connectivity. We wish, I'm hearing the angels saying that they wish to bring you joy and confidence that you can break the code of fear and anxiety. Any fear of not being worthy or deserving, that can stop right now. Sometimes you might need help, and there's no shame in needing help, right? Obviously, everyone needs help sometimes. So, bringing love and light, asking Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, his twins to come in today to this space and be present evermore for support, guidance, smoothing out the pathway towards light. So bringing in true peace, true peace. You're just carrying that into your body through the breath, not thinking about peace, but actually allowing the breath, like from the observatory of a grand eagle flying overhead, capturing this high sea breeze, allowing the breath to pull in those qualities that you feel as if you need most today. Bringing light and love to ease the confusion. And I see that, Rosemary. Yes, that today is definitely a day of need, for sure. And in some ways, introspection isn't enough today. It's almost as if we need to know deep in the marrow of our bones that everyone deserves love. Every soul on this planet deserves love. Whether or not they allow it or not, that's not up to you or me. It's a genuine feeling, though, that we can have for other people who may not understand the intricacies or the importance of that raw courage and faith it takes to open one's heart in spite of these times. So in order to do that well, also Archangel Michael is going to let Raphael take over here in a minute. But before he does that, he wants you to each imagine beautiful, most beautiful white horse that you can imagine. This velvety, beautiful white horse that nobody rides. And the reason nobody rides this horse is because its miraculous spirit wants to be 100% free. It doesn't want to be told how to move, when to move, where to move, how, where, when, how fast, how slow. In fact, it has a natural complexion to its aura based solely on this illumination from its pure desire for freedom. This pure desire for freedom. So imagine this incredible horse imagining this incredible horse. And now just imagine Archangel Michael saying that you both respect one another, that you stand face to face, and the horse is bowing its head gently. And you also are bowing your head gently as it puffs out just a gentle acknowledgement of the soul connection that you have together. And as you imagine that you are standing with this connection together, just imagine that this horse chooses you as he lays his knees on the ground and invites you to climb on its back, holding on to its mane very gently but firmly. And you decide together which direction to go. You talk about it. Connect on a choice out of wisdom. And take just a few minutes to disregard everything else in the outside world. The world could be characterized as schizophrenic right now. People are acting and misbehaving. It's not feeling very safe for a lot of people right now. Just allowing yourself the comfort, the companionship of this wisdom and the wisdom of this white horse, where there's no hurry. It's not as if you're disregarding your responsibilities. You're just taking a breather, a breath, to enjoy the enormity, the beauty of the world. Can you imagine next that the horse lifts up off the earth, maybe just even 4 inches off the earth, but it's floating. It's almost like it's moving its legs, but it's so effortless, such effortless motion. And imagine now that Archangel Michael is riding with you, holding you steady so you don't slip off the back. This beautiful, strong, broad-backed horse. There's no rush and there's no hurry. And now Archangel Raphael comes to talk to all of us, all of you, mentioning your wisdom, story of darkness over the ages. It's as if you're on this lovely ride with this beautiful, beautiful stallion, this horse. Could be a male or a female, a stallion or a mare or a gelding. Doesn't matter. Imagine you're floating effortlessly, even though there may be a quality of great movement and quickness. There's no wind to speak of. It's peaceful. And Archangel Raphael is raising his great wings, majestic, beautiful wings, flying beside you, talking with you, letting you know that the curses of this world are not to be discussed in such detail, because to talk of things in such detail brings them too much into your focus, into your reality. So the importance is of maintaining a quality of light, like a sweet liqueur, like something that has a magic quality, an elixir of the new earth, the new planet. And it's not that you want to put your head in the sand or ignore those spoiled children who are acting like infants, nor can you make them just disappear with a snap of a finger, Raphael's saying. We still have to put up with our neighbors. But to focus instead on this beautiful spirit of this animal and let it be a reminder of what you wish, that freedom is part of what you wish for. Letting all else just dissolve off of your body, off your back, off your mind, off your head. Letting peace and light lead the way, knowing that you are a champion of light. And now the horse is quickening its pace just a little bit. And you see incredible skies ahead of you. Beautiful, beautiful colors like a rainbow, but filling the sky in arches. He's saying arches across the sky. So it's one continuous pattern of rainbow color from horizon to horizon. Feel all those colors intermixing the physical being that you are with any washout through the bottoms of your feet. Allowing breath to return easily to where you are. Imagining somehow you just magically come back to the room where you're sitting. And you feel so grateful for the angels, for the guides, for the loved ones who have passed over and are here to support you, even to support the heaviness of your hearts, to help you find your home, so that you can truly stop wondering where home is. So many people have experienced great trauma in this life, or have memory of trauma from friends or family that create a domino effect of what if this happens, what if that happens, what if this happens. So this point right now of Archangel Raphael coming to here to talk with you is to make a note that you hold the reins. You are in charge. You decide. You decide how you feel, how you gain knowledge, how you gain wisdom. You have that gift, that intrinsic gift of knowledge and wisdom within. It's just waiting for the unlocking to happen. So hopefully this time tonight, even though it's short, has been helpful in giving some ease to your heart space. And now Archangel Michael is coming back in to talk about the future events, that are this week coming up. And just want to thank Archangel Raphael for being here and offering such strong guidance, and it's reminding you that it's good to call on the angels. They want to be of service. It is their contract and their understanding with the earth that they are here to be of service. So they want to be utilized to the best of their abilities, and they like the challenge. So please do call on them. But now we're letting Archangel Michael, thank you, Raphael, we're letting Archangel Michael come in to talk about and discuss what's occurring this week in the world. And so first of all, in terms of the pandemic, there's about to be a turning again or an unlocking of understanding of truth about the pandemic. And behind that door, that mystery door, there'll be several bats that will fly out who are somewhat guilty of conspiracy. And the reason the bats are used is because the bats are also about abundance, and the trickery or the story behind the virus and all the facts and what's fiction is that the fruit bat represents abundance. And so if the fruit bat is conditioned in your mind as being a carrier of an illness or a virus, then that also means that there's unconscious or subconscious programming going on regarding a virus taking over your idea of accepting abundance. So now it's time to, first of all, let go of and reveal that to you so that you can accept abundance in all of its forms, allowing the fruit bat to be the messenger, once again, not the bringer of illness or the bringer of the breakdown of society, but actually quite opposite, as the stature of royalty or queen, the fruit bat does. So that's number one. And the conflict and the misery, it's not that it was needed, it's just that humanity kept pushing the cart down the road so that it wasn't being taken care of, and it might not have reached this pinnacle or this point had things ended earlier on, say, even three months ago, and then again 3 to 5 weeks ago, it could have ended. Now there's an opportunity in the next 3 days for there to be more revelations that hopefully will break open, but it has to happen at a time when the consciousness of this planet is ready, and that partially means that the ego needs to be released on the earth. So once the ego is released, then the coronavirus will stop. So what is meant by ego in this case? This is a representation of man or humans' need to know, to be in knowledge and use that knowledge to control others or outcomes or agendas on a global scale especially, but not only on a global scale, also on a personal level. So if you catch yourself coming from an egoic state, it's good to nip it in the bud, Michael's saying. Just pay attention and release it. And as it's being released, you thank it, because as it's leaving, it's making room for more abundance for you. And this could be abundance in thinking or thought, abundance in receiving pure love, joy. It could be financial abundance or abundance in health or solutions that you may have been seeking. So check first your ego, and then send prayers around the earth as much as you can, as much as you remember, asking, please, that others wake to remember to quiet their ego and allow more respect and humility to enter into the below the conversation, I guess that's what I hear Michael saying, below the conversation. Allow any kind of hitch or connection to ego to be released. around the world. The second thing that needs to be modified is absolute regard and respect for the animal world. So if you catch yourself feeling hungry for meat, first and foremost, at least say prayers to an animal that has been slaughtered in a senseless or needless way. At least taking that time to pay tribute to the life that came before that meal that you enjoy. And this will help lighten a very dense frequency on the earth, Michael is saying. So that's number 2. And that's whether it is a fish or a shrimp or a mollusk or a larger animal like a cow or beef steer, saying no matter the scale, just to send appreciation for the life that was sacrificed in order that you may partake of protein and good flavors, So it's not necessarily black and white that way. Like, not everyone should instantly become vegetarian. He's saying, but just that at least show respect. So now the third thing is water. And to delve into that, water is consciousness, as you know. It is aware. And it desperately needs healing vibration. And this isn't as easy as it was, say, 15 years ago or mid-century even. This is quite a steep uphill climb because there's been continuous disregard for the water on the earth. And of course, your own body is 71% water, something, depending on how hydrated you are, of course. And so when you drink water, think of the spirit of the water, think of the voice of the water. Think of the water as being part of a very old earth system that has been here for billions of years, and essentially not one piece of matter from the earth has left the earth since the beginning of time here. So the water you drink today, as you know, maybe ancient dinosaur drank or consumed that same particle of water long, long, long ago, or some portion of that molecule. Oxygen and breathing, CO2 and exhaling, water and the combination with hydrogen. All of the same majestic place, celebration of your earth. Through your heart, through the compassion of you, through the compassion of you, you're bringing this all from a place not of waste, not of anger, not of retribution, but appreciation. So change that frequency as quickly as you can. Do what you can, because Michael's saying if 1,000,000 souls light up this earth with gratitude, respect, and congratulations to the earth for surviving, guess what? There's a much more efficient process for the earth to clear itself of any heaviness or denseness that it may have experienced in these times, especially where some of the knots that were tightened due to anger and hysteria now need to be loosened through the compassion of humanity. Is this all making sense? Is it clear? Until then, there will continue to be disruptions and wave undulations, well, of the electromagnetic sphere that holds the Earth in its gravitational spin. The heart is a fierce communicator, powerful communicator. If you don't believe it, you can research how. Imagine 7 billion people on the earth coming into synchronization with love. You could change the earth in an instant so that its consciousness shifts to a being of bright, brilliant light. This is just what I hear from Archangel Michael. So try to stay out of the mud and the self-pity and worry. It's difficult. Michael's saying he understands. It's very difficult. I try to do this just by staying tuned in to what you are ingesting in your own physical body, food that you eat, the water that you drink, the people that you see. Let things change moment by moment, by moment by moment. You each have earned it. You have earned your right to be here in love and in light on this earth. It is your earth. It doesn't belong to those who want to control it and use its resources. No longer. So thank you all for tuning in, and thank you so much for caring. Archangel Michael is thanking this divine horse, the beautiful white horse that came in at the beginning of this meditation, for showing itself to you, my dear ones, bringing your hearts and your courage and your faith to another day on earth. It's a lot happening. So expect more disruptions. Try to stay focused, calm. Don't take things too personally. Clear out your past emotions, past triggers as they come up. Allow water to be an influencer around the planet. And ask angels for help all the time. And feel free to post any questions here during the day, night, anytime. And although I'm definitely am sleeping a lot better than I was prior to this. So the last year or so, I was sleeping maybe 3 hours a night. Now I'm getting into a bit more of a regular sleep pattern. So I'm grateful for that. But our DNA is definitely shifting and changing. It takes a lot of energy to do that. So don't be surprised if your body is just feeling like undue exhaustion or like it's a toll is being taken on it. It might be true. Okay. All right. We'll be live again. Today there's more earthquake activity going on, some more volcanic activity. We're still watching the North Pole and the Arctic regions for some new volcanoes moving in those regions. And then, of course, the storms and the wind. It's a bit unpredictable. And he'll delve into that another time, why the wind itself is so unpredictable. But it has to do with the consciousness of people on Earth. And so for now, Michael is sending you great blessings and harmonizing treat of, just imagine this most splendid light coming in and just washing over you. Beautiful big smile, and do remember to call on Michael if needed, okay? All right, be well, everybody. Rest well.